Good morning. Okay, I better put this photo away because my family doesn't want to. Okay, so today our topic is endometriosis awareness talk. Okay, so first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Ange or Anjali. I am going to wave at Krystal. Okay, Krystal. Endo Essentials. Okay. Anyway, so I'll start my intro. So I am Angel Anjali, and hi Krystal, how are you?
Hi, I'm good, my love. How are you?
Thank you for being here, and with this weather and everything. But yeah, thank you for your time, and thank you for all your amazing work you do.
Oh, thank
Hello,
you, my
everybody. Thank you
daughter.
so much for being here. Thank you. So, I just wanted to, I was just doing the hello, hello, hello. Oh my goodness. If everyone can hear us, please give us a thumbs up. Okay. So, I was introducing myself. So, my name is Anjo Anjali. Originally, I'm from Nepal, and lately I live in beautiful Gold Coast. All right. And then, yes, and I am women's health movement coach as well as nutrition counselor. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, my goodness. Thank you. Yes. So we have amazing Krystal here today. I'm so excited to. So I think enough about me. I'm so excited to read Krystal's bio. Okay. So Krystal is the founder of the Endo Essentials and an Endo Warrior who has been battling chronic pelvic pain. I'm just going to, yes, abnormal bleeding, and the emotional toll of endometriosis since she was just 9 years old. I'm so sorry to hear that, babe.
Thank you.
I know.
Yeah.
And after finally being diagnosed at 23, she realized that working a traditional job wasn't sustainable. That's when she turned her passion into purpose, creating products my accent is sometimes a trouble,
Take your time. It's
specifically
okay.
designed to help those navigating chronic illness. So with eight, how do I say excision? Excision,
Excision.
right?
Yeah, excision.
Surgeries and emergency C-section with her miracle baby Amelia.
Thank
Congratulations.
you.
And hysterectomy by 27, Krystal knows firsthand the challenges of living with endometriosis. Through the Endo Essentials, she has built a community and product line that truly supports those with adenomyosis, PCOS, is that what I say?
PCOS, if you want for
PCOS,
sure. Yeah.
and period pain. Every item tested by an Endo Warrior herself. Now she is on a mission to break the silence around women's health, raise awareness, and inspire real change. Whether it's through her business, speaking engagements, or connecting with fellow warriors, Krystal is dedicated to ensuring that no one feels alone in their journey. So, what a beautiful work to do
Oh,
for
what a
the
beautiful
community.
introduction.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yes, look, I'm like trying to take my time, soak it all in, and be able to say it. Sometimes you rush, and then, So Endo Aid says Krystal's products and business have changed how I cope with my endo. Such a true blessing for the endo community. Thank you so much. That is such a beautiful comment.
You're gonna
Thank
make me
you.
cry already.
Don't cry. It's okay. Well, it's a happy tears, right? So it's okay. Let it out. So before we start this live, I just wanted to let everybody know this is all about to bring awareness, but not a specific advice for anybody. So yes, and then yeah, Krystal would like to say something about this as well, right?
Yes, that's right. I just want to make sure that everybody knows on the live that I am not a doctor. I am not an endometriosis specialist or excision surgeon, anything like that. please make sure that you follow directions from your own physician and surgeon. I just don't want to cross any boundaries whatsoever, but just making sure that you, yeah, follow your doctor's lead, and whatever is best for you is obviously the best for your journey, because everybody is going to be completely different. What
Different,
I've gone
yes.
through and what
Yeah,
treatment I've had definitely won't be the same for every single other endo warrior out
yeah,
there. So, yeah, just making sure that you follow your doctor's lead
yes.
always. Yeah,
Thank you.
that's
Yeah,
okay.
and that always helps us to, stay a little bit, bring the awareness around that, what we are doing, this solely for educational and awareness purposes, right?
Correct, yes.
So, alrighty. So, are you ready?
I am. Hope everyone
So,
else is.
yeah, so I think we talked a lot about you, like about your bio already, but if you would talk about yourself, please let us know.
Oh
So, who
my
is
goodness.
Krystal?
You've
Yes.
gone through so much about me.
No,
um,
because because when you write is different and when you say it different. But just to let us know, who you are and what led you to create the Endo Essentials.
Yeah, of course. So, obviously, you touched a little bit on my journey, and I think going through and talking about it, it sounds like such a small process. But when you think about it, from 9 to
Yeah.
23, they are
Yes.
such crucial years of
Mm,
sculpting the type of person that you are. So, growing up with debilitating pain and very, very heavy menstrual cycles really, really took a big toll on my
mm-hmm,
body. And fighting constantly really with my GP at the time, who just kept saying it's normal, it's
mm,
nothing, some women just get really bad periods. So having that constantly being told to me, and my mum just kept saying this is not normal, you
mm-hmm,
shouldn't be needing to take days and days off school every month, like it has to be more than that. So we started off, I was 12 years old when I was put on the contraception pill, and it did definitely help, but it
mm-hmm,
masked my symptoms for quite a long time. And then I think really as you just get older, the symptoms started becoming worse and worse for
mm,
me. And I one day was working my full-time job. It literally feels like it was in a past life almost now because it's
yes.
so long ago. But I was in a corporate job, and I literally blacked out, it almost felt like, because the pain was so
Mm,
debilitating, and I literally could not get up off the toilet ground. So I was rushed to the hospital, and the surgeon at the time said, it's got to be your appendix bursting. Like that's
mm,
all it was, because then no one even knew how to pronounce endometriosis.
mm,
So having
mm,
someone diagnose you was just like unheard of then.
yes.
So I was rushed in for emergency surgery. And when I came out, the doctor still wasn't even very sure, because he was just a general surgeon at that time. So then that's really when my journey begun, trying to find an excision specialist,
Yeah.
and
Quest.
a quest really to find a hidden
Your
gem.
quest has started.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think that's really what sparked it from the beginning, because my symptoms just from that moment just got really bad.
Mm,
To the point I unfortunately had to leave my corporate job. As much as I loved it, I just couldn't work the hours anymore. I couldn't stand on my feet for long days.
mm,
So I needed basically a break at that time. And I thought, what am I going to do for money? Because we still need to live,
yes.
obviously. Just because you have a chronic illness doesn't mean your bills don't stop.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
so one of my best friends taught me how to make candles,
Mm,
and it basically started from there. So we started off as the mini collection with a very small range of candles,
mm,
and as you know, candle businesses can be a dime of dozen, but we started getting a little bit of a following behind us. And I
yeah,
was like, there needs to be more around endometriosis.
yes.
This can't just be me
Yeah.
struggling like this.
Hmm.
So I started talking about my journey, and then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to bring out an Endo Warrior candle.
Yes.
And then it basically started from there, and that candle just skyrocketed basically. And it really gained so much momentum, and I had people reaching out to me that were sharing their stories. And then I will never ever forget the day that I shared my very first video of my surgery scars and just my whole appearance of my stomach, my burn marks, and everything like that. And
Yeah,
it,
that would have been very touchy,
I was
because
so scared.
oh, I totally get that, like when I talk about my past history, it's very nerve-wracking, because you are coming out of your shell and you want to let people know, but at the same time, you don't want to make it too scary, and at the same time,
Mhm.
you want to keep it educational
I
and all
oh,
those things, right? And yeah, I bow you
thank
and
you.
for opening up about your condition, and then letting people know, that, and there are so many people, right, that who are affected by this. And yeah, so yeah, and so we is that how you created the Endo Essentials, right?
Yeah,
So
so
because you couldn't do the regular job,
that's
and then so what vision drives your work?
so my main objective really is my daughter Amelia. She's only 4, and I think because I was so young when I had my first period, I'm very, very scared that she is going to go down the same type of road that I am.
Yes.
So she is my vision that I hold on to during those really hard days to make sure that empowering others to speak up and talk about their journey. And there's so many other ways to spread awareness about endometriosis than just showing your vulnerable self. You can
Yes.
still share your journey without showing your actual body.
Yes.
So my main vision really is to get endometriosis seen everywhere possible so that people can understand the symptoms, because there's the millions of people that suffer, but then there's also, though, the millions that aren't diagnosed yet and
Yes.
are still living in that same world from those doctors that aren't getting the answers and they're being dismissed. And unfortunately, you do need to go to 2, 3, 4 doctors potentially to go and get
To find
referrals to
answers.
see them.
Yes.
So
But
my vision, yeah,
yeah.
is to get it seen and get it known by everyone.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, there are so many doctors now, they're being aware and they are speaking up for it as well, right? And a few days ago, Dr. Elizabeth, I posted a post that how, that we are speaking up for it, and there are research that happening, and they are trying to find the best way to, bring the awareness around it as well. So we are really grateful, and hopefully, it will get better. And like we're talking about it, even if we can, make 1, 2 people understand, or,
That's it.
talk
Literally,
about it.
yeah.
Yes.
One,
Yeah.
two people a day, even, because
Yeah.
I just think the statistics at the moment is there's 1 million people just in Australia, but that's only the people that have been actually surgically
Diagnosed
diagnosed.
and that we
There's
know of,
that we
right?
know of. Imagine
Yes.
all of the people that are waiting surgeries or not even know they have it and are just being dismissed by their doctors
Hmm.
and so many things. So just speaking out and sharing posts and literally anything that people can do to get this disease recognized, because it is so common now. And unfortunately, the statistics are growing by the second.
Yes.
So,
Yes, I
yeah.
didn't know. Back home in Nepal, I used to have the 15 days period, and as soon as I would have period, I would, like, like you said, I wouldn't be able to stand up at the bathroom. And then when I got a job overseas, my boss said, you start taking the pills
Yeah.
or we will have to fire you. So, and it's very, because it is, I worked on a super yacht, so it's
Yeah.
one of those
Of
jobs that
course.
you couldn't in a, and so, and back in our culture, to take contraceptive pills before you get married is like big no, right?
Yeah.
So I had to hide it from my parents
Wow.
to, to get through this. But then later on, it went away. And back home in Nepal, I went to see a doctor, and they said, you just have to get married and have a babies, and then you'll be sorted. So there
No.
was, but then it was back then, but I
Yeah.
still, I don't know what's the situation in Nepal is like, right? But
Yeah.
when we're talking about it, there are girls who, follows us and my work. So they get to talk about it and see us, and you're getting recognized internationally, Krystal.
Yay.
So, yeah. And,
Thank you.
yes, and we should say namaste to all
Yes.
the girls. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And so, how does your platform support the endo community?
So I am all about being vulnerable and sharing my journey, sharing other journeys. This month specifically, though, I am doing my best to share as many small businesses that are around endometriosis. Anyone who wants to share their journey,
Mhm.
I'm trying to share it. But constantly, though, I'm making sure that the educating information I'm putting out is accurate because
Yes.
we have found over God, the last decade, I would say that endo has really started exploding. There is so much false information that is going out. So it's like a catch 22. We're getting recognized, but there's obviously misinformation. Like what you've said, have a
Mhm.
baby and you'll get cured.
Yes.
That is such a myth, it's not even funny. And for most endo warriors,
Yes.
having children actually makes it worse.
Yeah.
That's
Well, that was the
so,
solution. That is what I
yeah,
was
but
told that
that's
it
right.
was, many years ago. So, yeah, hopefully, it has changed a little bit. But
Yes.
yeah, I haven't. I should actually, interview gyno over there in Nepal when I get a chance. But because the women's health is still taken as a very shameful thing,
Yeah.
all this thing, and when we have a period, people I still have to sleep separate, eat separate from the family.
Wow.
Yeah, those things are still happening,
Yeah.
still practiced. So talking about just the period awareness
Mm.
and all this thing is still a huge work to do around that. So yeah, and that's why we're here, right?
That's exactly right.
Yes.
I think it's going to be until we really get a cure or better ways to diagnose
Manage.
endometriosis and
Yes.
manage symptoms. I think
Yes.
it's always going to be a never-ending battle, but even if we can just get more awareness around it so that our loved ones, our co-workers, our
Yes.
bosses, everybody knows really what these symptoms are because it's not just us that it affects, it's everyone around us as well. Like, obviously, we have just both said when it comes to our jobs, that's something that really, really gets affected.
Yes.
So, having that understanding from our bosses and everyone around us, really, to
Yeah.
know, because it's invisible, I feel like people don't necessarily believe you all the time. So, it's
Well,
very hard.
it's not
Yeah,
outside thing,
that's right.
because it's
Right.
our monthly thing that happens, but it's so hard to even express it openly. So yeah, and that is an understandable, but slowly,
So,
the doctors, practitioners, and people like yourself, we all talking about it and trying to bring the best we can is definitely going to move that needle.
that's it. We
Yeah.
just have to keep fighting,
Oh,
and that's all I think that we can do.
absolutely. Yes, and yeah, and so I know you have amazing event coming.
I do.
So yes, and for the Endo Warriors, right?
That's
So
right. Yes.
yes, so let us know a little bit about it and where we can find the link and all those things.
Sure. So on the 29th of March, I am very, very excited about this. This is my biggest event I have ever held. So I'm very nervous, but I am so incredibly excited. We are having an endometriosis awareness event at the Boathouse Tavern on the 29th of March at 12:30. You can get tickets on the link in our bio, but it is on Eventbrite to get your tickets. But we've got Maddie from Your Bliss Perfume. She's going to be guest speaking. She is an incredible warrior, but like myself, she has turned her journey into a really successful business. So I'm very excited for her to talk about her journey on the day. And then we have Zara from the boutique pelvic floor
Yes.
physio.
Yeah.
Yes. All of them, they all have beautiful names, but I'm
Yes,
so forgetful sometimes. But
that's all right. Yes,
Zara will be talking all things women's health, but mainly focusing on how crucial pelvic floor physio is to people with endometriosis. She's going to be talking about how important it is for your bladder, your rectum.
hmm
So these will be really great facts for people that don't even know about
yes,
pelvic floor physio and how important it is in your journey, especially after surgery, and really making sure basically that you can have the tools in your belt to, I
yes,
guess, get through your journey as best as possible.
yes,
But the event itself, I'm so excited. We've got 43 out of 50 tickets sold. So the fact that we are going to have that many warriors in one room, I'm just so excited.
yes. I can understand that feeling. That last year in my
Yes.
event, my first event, my face was
I
hurting because you're so
know you.
happy, you're laughing, smiling so much, and by the end of the day, oh my God, my face.
That'll be me.
Yeah.
There's going to be laughing, crying,
Yes.
laughing
Yeah.
constantly. But
Yeah.
I'm just excited to get everyone together and just have a good time. It's going to be a safe place that people, majority of the tickets sold are all individual, which means that people are putting themselves out there to come and make new connections, support each other, and
hmm
just be there with people who get what it's like to live like this. So
Yeah.
I think it is exciting that we get our guest speakers, but hopefully if everybody can leave that day with one new friend that they've got just to step back into the world with, who they can message every week,
Yeah.
what a great
Yes.
thing just from going to an event.
That's,
So
yeah,
I'm really excited about that.
that
But
is beautiful. So, anyone who would like to join the event, I'm going to put the link in the content. And then, if anyone has any questions, please comment down below. And while we wait, Krystal, please let us know where people can find your amazing work. Yes.
all of our products are on our website. So if you go onto the
hmm
endoessentials.com, everything is on there. You will see some of our fragrance collection at Haven Ultrasound in Parkwood if you're on the Gold Coast. However, please be safe, everyone, as we know there is a cyclone coming. So
Yes.
predominantly, we are all online, and we do our best to get everything out as quickly as possible to you. But every product that is on our website has been made by me during a flare up. So it is purely been during those really, really hard nights, days, whatever it may be, that I have thought, what on earth do we need to get us through? So that's really
hmm
how our collection has grown. So if you have any questions whatsoever, you're welcome to message me personally or
hmm
email us. I am happy to let anybody know if you've got any questions, or I can answer in any way possible.
That's amazing. I'm so
Mhm.
humbled that you're here today to bring the awareness in this topic that needs to be addressed so much, that
Thank
not
you.
only here but places like Nepal itself, because we don't, it's almost like a curse word if we talk about period back home, right?
No,
So
yeah.
endo is just I don't know if they even know about it, or so the more we talk about it, we're spreading the awareness, and people getting to know, and then we will get, hopefully we will get more research around it, and we find at least the management, if not cure. And
Yeah.
if we when one day we find the cure, and then wouldn't that be just magical, hey?
Oh my goodness. If I literally could have one wish in this world, that is what it is.
All right, beautiful girl. So thank you so much for being here.
You're
And
welcome. Thank you
yeah,
so much for having me and
um,
spreading awareness. You
absolute
yourself are
pleasure.
changing the lives of so many people. So thank you very
Yeah,
much for everything you are doing,
it's the
because,
collective, it's the
yeah,
collective energy that we all bringing together and speaking up. And yes, that is what I'm exactly doing, right?
yeah,
And
we
yeah, and
appreciate
support
it.
from people like yourself, and we truly appreciate you. And yes, all right, thank you so much everybody for being here. And yeah, stay safe, like
Yes,
Krystal
please.
was saying earlier. And we will see you in next live. All right.
Yes, we will
Okay,
see you
everybody.
soon. Thank you,
See
and
you.
bye,
Bye. Thank you,
everyone.
everyone. Bye
Bye.
bye.